And we're live. Hey, everybody. It's
Hello.
Tamara here. And I've got a guest for you. Do y'all remember Burgess Taylor? Bullet
Hello.
journaling extraordinaire. I'm going to tweet out this link and all that jazz.
That's what I'm doing.
And Persephone may join us later. But since I was so damn late last week, I thought that I could be on time this week. Change things up a little bit. Ridiculous. Well, I hope y'all are having a great Thursday. And if you hear guitar strumming, I guess my neighbor is either working on the guitar or the ukulele or something. But I can hear it. I'm not sure if the microphone picks it up, but if it does, that's what's going on. I have no instruments. I think the mathematician has an ook somewhere, but
Mr. Rockstar's got several guitars.
Do you know how to play?
No.
I want to learn. I've always wanted to learn. I think that I'm more likely to pick up the ukulele because it's like way less complicated. And if I buy one, there's places around here where you can go and like learn how to play a few chords or whatever for free. So I thought that would be good for me. Good times. All right. I'm like going to everywhere. Hey, we're live. Hey. If you're not doing anything, come right with us. What are you going to work on today?
I'm going to write some stuff for the Witchy Business novel, which is what I'm going to be working on for Camp NaNoWriMo. So I thought it's time to get back into that and finally finish it this year.
Whoop, whoop, Witchy Business. Yeah, when you're ready for a beta, I want to read it.
I will do that. So this is kind of weird for me, doing this. So I have it quieted, I have it muted in YouTube, so we don't have playback, but there's a lag from what we see here in the Google Hangout and what you actually see on YouTube. So I'm kind of in that weird place where it's deja vu for a minute, But at least this way I can see the chat. I think Witchy Business, Dorothy said she's ready for Witchy Business too. It's something I really want to finish. It's been plaguing me. I have thoughts for 3 books in the series, and I guess the series is going to be called the Witchy Business series. And I'll name the books depending on, one is going to be called The Curse, one is going to be called something else. And I'm excited to finish it up. I really want to finish it up. In the purple room, I need to go get it and bring it out. I have the storyboard that I created for it originally. And I'm going to go back to using it because I think I had some really good ideas from the second time around when I went to doing the outline and changing up a few things. And I'm going to keep some of that, but I think I'm going to keep the main stuff. So it's working right in my head, I think.
I hear that. When did you make the storyboard? Was it a couple years back?
Yes, it was 2015.
Wow.
Yes, but I'm not going to feel bad because how long has it taken several different people to write their books?
Mine still isn't published. Been writing it for about, I don't know, 3 lifetimes, I think. So,
hello everybody. I think. Well, you think about, and I'm not nowhere near George R.R. Martin or the Harry Potter lady, and her name's on the tip of my tongue, and I can see her face, but I can't think of her name.
J.K. Rowling.
No, it's more real life. I'm doing it as in she's a hereditary witch, so it's not necessarily, it's not fantasy based, it's not Wiccan based. She is a psychic. She has some ESP, telekinesis, TK, PK, that kind of stuff. She was born like that. And her grandmother is the head of a coven, a circle. I call it a circle in my book. I don't call it a coven. I don't really use any Wiccan terms. I don't use any of those kind of terms. Mine is from from what we would consider to be more old school before it became Wicca. When it was more pagan, I guess, more wise women, wise men kind of thing, where they hedge witchery or kitchen witchery, that kind of thing. They were born witches, and they have a circle. And I call it a circle on purpose because I don't want to use the religious stuff. I just want more, it's more, pagan oriented. So my main character didn't want to have all those powers. And she ends up having to use them and become part of the coven, the circle. She ends up having to be like the boss. I come from Scottish Irish background, and it's very more, Celtic kind of themed thing than anything else. So I find it really interesting, all of it, but I didn't want it to be religious based. I wanted it to be more natural, the whole scheme of life things. This is just part of who she was. She was born this way. And there are people in the book who aren't born this way, but that do stuff and that are very powerful on their own. There's a healer who has no power in the story other than the fact that their knowledge of herbs and stuff makes them powerful, if that makes sense.
And my cozy, I have the echo. I don't know why. Anyway, in my cozy,
now it's gone.
Yeah, what the hell? Whatever. That's fine. So in my cozy, the aunt, she has some hedge witchery kind of going on because it's set in West Virginia, and there is like a history of like old school kind of Appalachian witchery, and I wanted to connect that with her. But my main character is very much the skeptic because I thought that would be a fun dynamic. And and I'm not sure if she is going to be some way inherently psychic or something. I don't know if that's going to it might just be hinted at now and maybe play out later. It might not at all because I still haven't finished the rough draft. I'm like maybe halfway through. So there's still time to quirk and twerk and change things. But yeah, I wanted to play with that a little bit. But the aunt is also traditionally a Baptist. So it's going to be like this interesting balance to see her kind of balance out those beliefs. At least I think it will be.
It is. A lot of people, there are all different kinds of belief systems, but I found that a lot of people believe that you can't be this if you're that.
Right.
And I think you can be whatever you want to be. I mean, there's so many contradictions in so much of things that I think, there are some people who, it's sort of like, I have that kind of Buddhist thing, the philosophy of, just do good upon others and, One still haven't figured out what it is. I'm filling up something, and then there are others who just know from practice. Yeah. You know, I think it puts really good real life stuff in books, where you can add that kind of drama, that kind of dynamic to a book, you know, rather than it makes people think, well, that could be me.
Yeah, and I like that. You know, when you're living in like a small town in a place like West Virginia or even more southern states, like religion ends up having a a big part of life, even whether it's even just deciding not to be involved in religion. It's like my hometown, it's pretty small, but there's a church on, like, you know, every corner there's some type of church. And then, you know, down the road there's like, well, there used to be liquor stores aren't there as much anymore. Now everybody goes to, you know, Shop and Save, get their liquor. But but you know, so it's like everyone's getting wasted on Friday, sobering up Saturday, and then go to church Sunday. And it's just an interesting dynamic that I think I wanted to play with in this novel, because I feel that a lot of times in small communities, that church is really important. Even you not participating in it is like important in some way.
You just described South Carolina. you just described South Carolina. We have what we do still have a lot of liquor stores. And everywhere you look, there are Dollar Trees and Family Dollars and Walmart's popping up now. And there are liquor stores and churches. We do have more churches than liquor stores. But like you said, you know, there are a couple of the Shop and Save kind of places. So where you can buy anything and everything.
Yep.
All in one stop.
One stop shop.
But yeah, I mean, we have, oh yeah, the churches on like every other corner. So, and it's very in the Bible Belt, and I live slap dab in the middle of the Bible Belt. So any kind of outside thinking, you know, we're getting better about the prejudice and the stereotypes, I think, with the, you know, but we still have such a long way to go.
I honestly think that, like, having access to the internet has really opened up people's minds and their eyes. It's like, for my state, you know, it's very like secular. The Appalachian Mountains runs through it, and like a lot of people didn't go travel a lot. If you went like 30 minutes up the road to the city, next city over, that's like a travel. Like, you did a thing. You went a long way, you know, unless it's for work. So I think that with us being able to talk across these lines, you know, from freaking Hawaii to South Carolina, like, mind blowing, that being able to do this has really opened up a lot of people's minds, especially the younger generation. And I think we're seeing that play out a lot.
Sherry said it sounds like Southern Indiana. Yes. And I just got your happy mail, Sherry. The post office lost it because it was a little bit of postage. I had to pay like 36 cents. And my mail guy lost it, and it took my main mail lady to find it. It's not, I think we get isolated sometimes in our own little worlds, not even like not necessarily the area that we live in, but in our own little, you know, our own little circle of the things that we do and the places that we go, and our tribe you know, so the internet really helps us expand those horizons with all different kinds of aspects, you know, not just so much, because you don't realize, you know, we're talking to people from other countries, not just other states, you know, and how small the world really is when you think about it. It seems so big, but it's really kind of small.
All right, let's do some writing in like 4 minutes. 4 minutes. It'll be 20 after. Looks like someone from a very strange phone number called me. Probably, probably just, you know how you're looking at your phone and something just pops up. All right. So how about at 20 after we write for 15 minutes to get that ball rolling. But May in the SOS is from the Midwest. She's in Michigan, and she agrees with the kind of isolation, the small towns and the churches and the stuff like that. Jasmine is going to be writing, editing, and researching. What are y'all going to be working on? What everyone else is going to be working on? Hi, Shannon. I was just looking up through the chat and like addressing you guys because I didn't yet. I'm going to be working on the cozy because I'm still doing that in that drafting stage, and it's just way easier to draft than it is to do revisions during these like sprints. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And I already have the thing open, so that's good. And so with Blood Roses and Honeysuckles, the latest freaking, I'm going to have to make a video after this thing is actually published about the trials and tribulations of Blood Roses and Honeysuckles. Like, this thing is cursed. It is cursed. Someone did some hoodoo on me. Like, it's cursed. Because now all the revisions that I finally did on it, they're gone. It's gone. I had changed chapters. I'd added new scenes. There was all this stuff, and it's gone. I don't know what happened. It was supposed to be backed up on my external drive, but it's not there. I'm going to look at my other external drive to see if I mistakenly put it there, but I don't think I did. This laptop, when I sent it to get it repaired, I bought the backup that's on the couch, but I don't think you can see it. But so I had to use the external drive to save things because that laptop was, the memory so tiny that it can't hold anything. I can't even, you know, it's like an old lady's bladder. It can't hold its water. So, you know, I'd saved it on this thing, but now I get my laptop back. I'm like, all right, maybe another week I'll be able to send this to beta readers, get this thing going. Maybe I can actually publish it. And wouldn't you know, oh, I'm so tired of it.
You didn't print it?
No, I printed it and I did some edits on the print, but then it felt like I was doing more work trying to transfer it back and forth. So I just started editing straight on the document. I trusted too much in technology, and it was supposed to be backing up on Dropbox, and it wasn't, and I didn't realize it. So,
yeah, I'm going back to the state of mind that I was in that after that first go around with the NaNoWriMo where I lost everything, that I'm emailing it to myself every day, even not necessarily the Scrivener project, but a Word document where I compile it, and then saving it to like Dropbox, the Scrivener project. So that even if I lose, say, the Scrivener project, I have what I've done on a Word document, you know?
Yeah.
Because I used to do that after that first go round when I lost everything, Tamara. I mean, we're talking everything.
I remember.
And I was like, oh, no, no, no. And all I had was the one little notebook where I had scribbled a bunch of characters' names and the summary of my ideas and things and a few lines here and there. And that was it. That was all I had because I'm a notebook person. So thankfully, I was a notebook person. I am a notebook person because I have it down. And so tonight while we're writing, I have my notebook out, and I've ever since then I've been emailing at least a Word document of it, compiling it and doing a Word document to myself, um, so that I have it in my email. I email it to myself because you can get to your email from anywhere, you know.
That is true. All right, let's start writing.
All right.
I'm done complaining. All right, I'm going to start. So let's do 15 minutes starting right now. Whatever you're writing on, do it up, y'all. Hands up. All right, all right, all right. Did y'all get any work done? I had one of those moments where it took me about 3 minutes to figure out a word. So that was cute. That was real cute. Then it ended up being so simple that I wondered, why the hell did it take me so damn long?
Yeah.
Yay, Claire read the start of my cozy last night. I loved it. Now I'm even more keen for it to come out. Yay! That, y'all, is in my newsletter. My first start of this serial. That's not what I'm writing right now, though. There's a different one that's coming out in the end of the year. Very confusing. I know. I do a whole bunch. But I have the serial on my newsletter, and there's a link in the description, and y'all check it out because it's going to be cool, and I'm real excited and have fun ideas for it. Like, at the beginning, I'll be putting out 2 newsletters each month, and the first newsletter will have like writing news, like stuff I'm doing that month, you know, blah, 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 whatever, and some like catching up on stuff that happened the month before. And I'll be asking a question, and depending on what answers I get, that is going to change the direction of the cozy. So it'll be like, you're working on it with me. I don't know how this is going to work. I have no idea, but I think it'll be like a fun experiment. So, so I'm excited. I hope you get excited. Join me on this crazy journey, and let's see what we write. Let's see what happens. But I'm excited. And how much did you get written, Burgess?
I'm handwriting, and I'm doing like notes for what I want based on other stuff that I already have planned out, and then my thoughts. So I got about 560 something words, give or take, because I know I write about 250 words each page. So I got maybe 550 to 600 words, I guess, because I got 2.5 pages written.
Nice.
I was on a bowl. Once I got that first sentence down, I was good. I was good. That first sentence, though, it's getting that first, once you can get that first sentence down, it's not so bad. And then my hair kept getting in my way. And so now it's out of the way.
Oh, I was writing on my board at one point. So if anyone saw me doing this, there's like a whiteboard over here. I wasn't just writing on my wall because I had another idea for this cozy series. And damn, I have so many book ideas for the series. I don't know how long it's going to be. Because I really like this town and these characters, and I've got another idea that could be really cool that goes along with the other 3 that's on this board. Oof. I got a lot of ideas. I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait to write everything. It's gonna be so much fun. Let's see, what are y'all talking about? So Main SOS got 443 words. Dorothy got 500 words, handwritten, sweet.
Natalie got 400 words. She said she's doing foreshadowing, so it's a bit slower.
That's fun. Jasmine didn't write any. Looked up 2 things I need to look up, though, and I also ate. Hey, progress. I haven't eaten anything. I drank like a breakfast shake, and it was awful. Oh, ugh.
Mr. Rockstar and I went to Captain D's. It's one of the few places that he can actually eat out at because they have the grilled whitefish and the grilled shrimp. And so we went to we actually went on a date before he had to go to work.
Oh, that's fun. Date night.
Yeah, so my newsletter's running a bit late. I've got to, after this is over, I'll be putting all of my stuff into the newsletter and sending it out. But it's okay because tomorrow's Friday, and that's a good day for people to get it over the weekend. Sherry got 350-ish words. Shannon got 200 words. because the mister came in to tell her it is snowing. Yeah, we had 80, like almost 80-degree weather yesterday. And then this morning, it was really nice. We got in the car to go to the bank, and then to go to Captain D's, and it was sunny. And after when we first started leaving the bank, the sky fell and the wind picked up.
Oh,
and on our way
no.
home, on our street, I guess lightning or maybe the wind hit a tree because it split the tree straight in half. We had
What?
to move around it. Yeah, that bad. Yeah, that quick.
Dang.
I don't want to flood.
Last weekend, there was like flooding and stuff through here, and it was pretty bad. Like our particular area wasn't hit as hard, but like on different sides of the island, there was all kinds of flooding, and there's been flooding off and on for the last month. It's been pretty rough. It's like here, you know, there's not a lot of weather. So when it rains a lot, folks don't really know how to drive. I'm from the mountains with snow. So, you know, so I'm one of those people. Oh my gosh, nobody can drive around here. Why can't people drive? It's just rain, y'all. What's wrong with you? I must be so annoying.
Here we don't get snow like most people get snow. We get black ice and slush. So, and we're not, because we rarely get snow. Our power lines and stuff like that aren't built for snow.
Mm-hmm.
So when we get real snow, like regular people out in other, like regular places get snow, they're used to it. Their power lines are set up for it. They have roads that, you know, they get their roads cleared, and they have salt and storage. We don't have all that. And so people don't know how to drive, and I don't care where you live, you can't drive on black ice.
Black ice is a whole different scenario.
And that's the
black
majority.
Ice is scary.
People up north make fun of us when it snows because our schools close down and stuff, but you can't drive on that. And that's the majority of what we get out here. We don't get that pretty white snow.
I miss snow. Rita Sawyer, author. I fed and watered dogs and let them out, and we'll get words in next time. Excellent.
Oh, it's snowing in a couple of places, I guess.
Oh, in Sweden and in Ohio. Oh, y'all, this is exciting. I just saw this today when I was going to make this live. Apparently, hopefully this will work. We all know how YouTube is, but apparently the stream that we have going on, the chat, is supposed to upload. So later on, when someone's watching this, they'll be able to actually see what y'all are saying. And it won't seem like we're just talking to fictional people. So I'm excited.
That's wonderful.
I don't know how it'll work, but hopefully it works. It's snowing in Michigan too.
Natalie said in Fahrenheit, it was 3 degrees Fahrenheit for the last 2 to 3 days.
Ooh.
She's not going outside. It's way too cold. Okay, so in Michigan, it's snowing. Well, of course, it's snowing in Michigan.
I am such a weather wimp now. Like, my family makes fun of me. Oh, they make fun of me because I'm like, oh, y'all, it's 65 here and I'm so cold. And they're like, really? Really?
The Netherlands has snow. Yeah, we're in South Carolina where I'm at. I'm in the low country to the Midlands, and we have humidity. We don't. We have a lot of humidity and pollen. We have spring and fall. Our winter is not really a real winter, and our summer is like super summer, like right. So we have summer, spring, and fall, and that's
here. It's pretty much the winter and the fall is when there's a lot of flooding, a lot of rain, but it's so strange because the temperature doesn't really vary a lot, but you can feel the degrees because it doesn't. So if it goes from 78 to 73, you'll feel the difference. It's so weird. And a lot of times here, it'll be humid unless the winds are blowing. Like the trade winds blow off the ocean. That's the good stuff. So a lot of times, like on the weather, on the news, they'll talk about the trade winds because, like, well, there's a lot of surfing too. And when the trade winds are up, the surf's better. I don't surf because I'm clumsy and not a great swimmer. I like to watch people surf, but that's not for me. Ooh. Let's do some writing in like 3 minutes.
Okay.
Y'all want to write for 20 minutes? Kick it up 5 minutes? I'm ready. And I just finished off that cup of coffee. So now we switch to the jar of water.
Oh, yeah. I'm almost finished with my coffee, and then I don't know that I might be switching to more coffee.
I have to go coffee, water, otherwise my stomach will revolt and punch me in the face.
I had water, actually before I had lemon water when we went out to dinner. I had lemon water. And I had 2 big things of it. So now it's coffee time. And then after I drink that, because it's 7:45 here in the evening. So I won't have any more. That's why I got the 1 big cup. After that, I won't drink any more coffee because I'll actually get myself a cup of hot tea. Because I don't want to drink coffee, this late, not
yeah.
at 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, then I won't want to go to bed.
You won't be able to, or at least I wouldn't be able to. I have a hard enough time sleeping. I have to stop my coffee by like 6 o'clock at night. No more coffee. Salt water. We are doing that keto diet, and next month here is called the Honolulu on Tap Beer Festival. It's like craft beers from all over the state and from like the west coast of the mainland. And we went one year and it was incredible. I think I tried to vlog it, so there might be an old video, but I was not that good at vlogging and I was a little tipsy, so it's kind of a mess. I think at one point I have video of me being on the bus and singing. I don't know. Anyway. But it's a great time. And I love craft beers, but I can't go because none of them will be like, super low carb. Because that's just not how craft beers work.
I'm not sure that beer is low carb.
It's not. It's not. It's super high carb.
I think maybe even like Michelob Ultra, which is like kind of low. I don't think it's low either.
Sigh. So I'm gonna miss out.
So I have a quick question for since we have people, and it is March 1st. This is planning prep month for Camp NaNoWriMo for those of you who are going to be participating in Camp NaNoWriMo. You can get a hey yes if you are actually going to be participating. And I know some of us are pantsers and some of us are plotters and some of us are somewhere in between. But March is a really good month to kind of get prepared for it, whether you're reading a book or making an outline or just kind of getting your thoughts together or making a storyboard or whatever. I just wanted to, is anybody participating? What are you doing?
Let us know if you guys are going to be doing it. I'm going to be doing camp, and I'm not sure how I'm going to talk about it on here yet. I know I'll still be doing the weekly live streams, but I'm not sure if I'm going to like do a weekly vlog of some sort where I'm talking about my progress or what. And I want to start, the second book in the Cozy series. I want to start that draft. I think, I'm not sure, haven't made a total decision, but I think I want to do that draft next month. I think that would be fun. Oh, Signed up. I always forget that you have to sign up for those things. I think
I
I'll
know.
sign up right now.
Get out of my head. I need to sign up. I was going to do that earlier today, and then I got busy with house stuff because I folded laundry and I did dishes, and I went with Mr. Rockstar. We ran a couple of errands. So I got busy doing regular life stuff today, and I forgot all about that. So thank you for reminding us.
Yeah, Claire said in the comments, she's like, I signed up yesterday. And I was like, oh, yeah, sign up. I should do that. I always forget to until like the day of the thing. Even though I talk about it, I'm like, oh, I'm doing it. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Blah, blah. I totally forget to sign up.
So are we doing our cabin again, Tamara?
We could. Yep, yep, yep. I don't know. How many words should I go for? Maybe I'll go for like, do something different. Go for 70,000.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about how many words I want to go for too. I know there's no way I'm doing 50,000.
I think I want to go beyond it.
What?
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to try for 70. I'm going to try to write the entire thing next month. It's crazy. I'm trying. I figured that even if I don't hit that 70,000 goal, I'll still have a huge portion of the rough draft written, which that's what I want, because I want to publish the cozies at the end of the year, October, November, December, and I want one to come out each month. So here we go.
I'm thinking maybe 35,000, and then in July do another 35,000, and then that would be 70,000. And then if I break the rules and become a rebel for NaNoWriMo, I could probably finish it up and get some of the editing done in November's NaNoWriMo.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't think I think I was half rebel one year, but I don't think I've completely rebelled. And I feel like rebelling this year.
I always, I'll have kind of two projects in mind for NaNoWriMo. And so I'll end up finishing one thing and starting a new thing. Seems like that's happened a couple of years in a row. Let's see. May and the SOS is doing camp. Crafted by Little Dragons created a login and profile. Excellent. Jasmine's going to be participating, but she's going to be editing. I hear you. Rita Sawyer, author. I'm doing it. Need to finish edits and novella this month, so I'll have a clean slate. That's what I'm doing too. I'm trying to finish everything up this month so I can really hit the ball running next month. Let's see. What else? Okay, screen. Why are you changing the size on me? I know I have bad eyes, but jeez. Lee X-Men, I'm doing Camp 2, plotting right now. Excellent. Natalie, I discovered I had missed last fall's Nano. Discovered I forgot about it till the last day. If I remember when it's on, I'm writing my contemporary novel for Nano. May and the SOS, I was going to go for 35 or 40, like that was the plan going into the year, but I've been in a slump, so probably going to aim low instead. Hey, whatever works for you is awesome, and if you can hit that goal, that's excellent. And celebrate it. Celebrate your victory. I'm just trying to put mine at this larger goal, because I haven't had this goal before, because I have that goal of finishing these books and having all the covers ready and all the editing done and all of it ready for production for October, November, December, and having it all done early. So, and because of that, I've got to get my rear end in gear and get Blood Roses out so I can start thinking about other things. This albatross.
What March, Nano? We have an April camp, a July camp, and a November. Is there something in March I don't know about?
I think I've noticed that people have been using like hashtag nano edits or something, but I don't know if it's
we talked about this the year before last. March is one of the months is editing month. February's IncoWrimo with the letters, and there's blog Rome, whatever it is, the blog Rimo month.
Let me see.
I'm gonna need to make a list at the back of my notebook of what each month is about. I'm just gonna have to.
Yeah, you think we know this by now? We've only been doing it for how many years?
I don't know, Tamara. But we should know this.
So like every time we're like, huh?
What's happening? There is an editing month. No, Natalie, I'm serious. There is an editing month, and I don't know if it's December or March or both. Something.
I don't know. If anyone can let us in on it, let us know, because we're terrible.
I will tweet it out and put it on Instagram. Take a picture of it in my notebook and tweet it out and put it Instagram. Put it in my cabin on Facebook. That's for all NaNoWriMo events, and I'll also put it on my journaling, my Journey with Burgess Facebook group if I can find all of the things. So if y'all want to message me or Tamara, both of us, and let us know what is what with it, because I know there's Blogmo or whatever it is. January and February are what now months. Yeah, there's Preptober.
Yeah.
February is IncoWrimo. December is the editing month, and I can't. It's National Edmo or something like that. We had it written down one time before. We had it, and I don't.
And I'm sure that in one of these 50 million notebooks around here, it's somewhere. I'm positive I have it written down.
I know.
But like in April there's always so much happening in April. Like there's this A to Z blogging challenge where people write every day except for Sunday in their blogs. And then there's a daily poetry challenge that happens. And, I always want to do all the things, but I
talk about, as a matter of fact, I talk about this a little bit on and off on YouTube and in the newsletters. The newsletter that you're going to be getting talks about this a little bit. The difference between, and it could be journaling, it could be anything really. The difference between living your life and documenting your life and finding the balance between. So if we're so busy talking about our writing that we don't write, if we're so busy writing about our writing or talking about it that we don't write, if we're so busy in our notebook or in our head or in our writing that we don't live life, we don't have enough experience for us to talk about in our writing or in our journaling or in our art or anything. That kind of having some balance between trying to do all of the things or do one of the things to obsessiveness where you don't have any regular stuff too. Finding that balance. You have to kind of find a middle ground.
Balance is tough.
I get lost in trying to get all the things done all the time and be all the things for all the people that I don't always have enough of me left or enough me time or enough time for regular stuff. And I let my writing go to the side because of some of that, trying to get so many things done. And I'm not, that this year was my, you know what, no matter hell or high water, I'm going to get this book done. I'm going to write. Even if it's one sentence every day, I'm going to write.
That's what I think that making what you need and what you want a priority is an important part of self-care, which is something we talked about this past Tuesday at hashtag Right Stuff, which happens every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern on the Twitter. You should definitely join us. But we had Diana Gunn was our guest chatter, and she is very much, very, very passionate about talking to writers and creatives about self-care and taking care of yourself, because it's really, really easy to neglect yourself. And one of the things that I realized that was just something so simple, she asked the question, what is one thing that you do on a daily basis as a part of your self-care? And I was like, one thing that literally nothing, literally nothing. I don't go to bed on time, you know, or like in a normal amount of time, because my sleeping is so weird and it's always off. You know, I'm not always eating healthy. I don't always exercise on a daily basis. I don't even give myself like a face mask every night or something. Like there's nothing that I do on a daily basis just to take care of myself. But if that question was different and it was like, what do you do on a daily basis to take care of your partner? I have all kinds of things. So what does that say? You know, balance, taking care of yourself. It's important.
Well, we can't give to other people or do our jobs or anything else if we don't also take care of ourselves. I don't do enough self-care, but I make sure that at least one day a week I spend some time doing some of the things I want to do, period. Without a camera on, without anybody else involved, just me, myself, and I, a long hot bath, a shower, a face mask, a hair mask, a DIY mani-pedi, something. I write all the time. I art all the time. I'm journaling all the time. I'm filming all the time. I'm cleaning and cooking, and I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and sometimes my day for self-care is me and the couch and pajamas, where I don't brush my hair. I don't do anything but brush my teeth, wash my face, stay on the couch and eat easy food, you know, like a quick salad or a quick thing, something I can throw together for me. And I usually pick a day where I know Mr. Rockstar is going to be sleeping or at work or something, where I have the majority of the day by myself so that I can do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Those are good days.
I can read a book, I can watch some mind candy TV, do a little bit of both, take a long hot shower, a bath, something. And that's my self-care day. And I try really hard to do that once a week. It doesn't always happen. Sometimes I only get half a day, you know?
I hear ya. Oh, y'all, I ordered these 2 new journals and I'm so excited. They're coming on Sunday. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm so happy.
You got what?
My journals, those journals
yes.
I was telling you and Persephone about, they're coming in on Sunday. I just ordered them like, what was that? Tuesday or Wednesday or something. But they're coming on Sunday, and I got this pen, this fountain pen that Burgess gave me. I haven't used it yet because I didn't have anything that felt important enough to use it in. But these journals are going to be beautiful, and that's going to be part of my self-care. Just writing about whatever I'm feeling and just letting it go. Woosah. I can't wait. And they're beautiful. I'm going to definitely show off the covers and stuff, but I probably won't talk about what's in it, you know, because it's not going to be that kind of party. It's just going to be for me. Something for me.
I started doing more journaling for me because so much of my journaling and stuff is on social media, that I now have pages that are just for me. And if I have to paperclip them together, thank you, Sherry, for my extra large paperclip, because that will be used for putting, it will be put to use. You know, where I don't share those pages. Those pages are just for me. It's like sometimes if you get paid to write as a writer, if you are doing freelance work or ghost writing or something like that, sometimes you get so busy writing everything for everything else for other people, or if you're creating art or doing whatever it is you're doing, you're so busy doing it for other people that when you go to sit down and do it for yourself, you're like, I don't have anything left, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's important, I think.
When I was working as a reporter, one of the reasons I stopped doing that was because I would spend that 8 to 10 hours, sometimes 12 hours a day writing for everybody else and writing all this stuff. And I like doing articles, I like reporting, but I didn't have any left to do any other kind of writing. And I knew that reporting wasn't my actual passion. It was something I enjoyed doing, but my passion was in my fiction and in my poetry at the time. So I had to make a choice. So Claire, her self care, that was hard to say, is baths. And you get those beautiful, lush bath bombs, which my bathtub is like this big. So there's no baths. I could like bath a medium-sized dog. So I'm always envious of your baths. I'm like, oh, that'd be so nice.
I've never tried those bath bombs. We have a regular sized bathtub, and I'm short enough that I take a bubble bath in mine, but I've never tried the bath bombs. I hear they're really good though.
They're beautiful and they smell good. And they're fun because they like change colors and stuff in the water.
Okay, now I'm jealous. I'm gonna have to try. Gonna have to figure out where you get them from and get me one at least to try.
You have to try it out. It's good stuff. Shannon says that she's never really thought about self-care until now. Guess I better give it more thought. It's important. And I think that at least in my life, I hadn't thought about self-care in in those terms. And I hadn't really thought that it was important for me to have that little space for myself. And clearly, I haven't gotten good at it yet. But I figure that's something that, you just work on. You work on. Ooh, okay. I'm setting this timer for 20 minutes because we get to jibber jabber and we don't stop.
I'm going to go grab a vitamin water. I'll be right back. And I'll be ready to write.
All right. When you get back, we're doing it. 20 minutes. And Dorothy said you need to go to Dollar Tree to get bath bombs. Ooh. Y'all, I hope that you're having fun and that we're talking about stuff that's interesting to you. I know that we've gone through a whole bunch of different topics, but that's just kind of what happens with the stream, especially when Burgess and I are together. Because we always have a lot to say. So I hope
need to go to Dollar Tree. What do I need to go to Dollar Tree for? The bath thing?
I think that's what she meant for the bath bombs. All right. I'm going to hit this start. Let's get it in, y'all. 20 minutes. You're writing, you're editing, you're eating, whatever you need to do. Let's start now. 20 minutes. Time's up. All right. Finish that sentence. So I started a new scene, and that's about 371 words. So that's good. And I finished the last scene. I don't know how many words that was, but
I got 2 3/4 pages, and I would have actually gotten 3 had I not stopped and tried to figure out the name of a character.
I end up just putting like a asterisk, name of character asterisk, and then later on I'll fill it in if I forget, because I forget quite frequently. Or like
that's usually what I do, is just draw a line, you know, to fill in the blank. But this time I was pretty sure I had written it down in the front of the notebook. So I went flipping back through the notebook, looking, and it threw me off. I should have just left it blank.
Ooh, Crafted by Little Dragons had a small power outage.
Oh no.
Oh, I hope y'all are safe over there. Winds are pretty crazy. I hope your power stays on and doesn't go out again. I hate it when that happens. Such an uneasy feeling. Jasmine wrote 505 plus words and put a baby to bed. Well, you're getting a lot done. Made in the SOS.
It's nice to the word.
Made in the SOS doesn't feel like she did anything. Well, if you were thinking about a story, I would call that planning. And that's still good. Dorothy got 650 handwritten words. Cher Dennis, I got only 200 done. Is niceness a word? Niceness? I think so. Natalie, I did 758 words. I'm 2/3 of the draft of the chapter done now. Excellent. And Crafted by Little Dragons is safe. Good. Oh my goodness, I'm stiff.
Me too. That's why I moved my legs up. I'm like, oh my God, my calves, my feet, my calves are getting numb.
Oh, let's move a little bit. Dang. My whole back just cracked.
Rita saw your author got 395.
Excellent. Excellent.
I need a better chair. That's one thing I need to do for myself for self-care is get a better chair.
I like my chair, but the faux leather has worn off. So it looks pretty haggard. But it's comfy, so
I have to put a pillow in the seat of mine because the seat has flattened.
It sucks. Mine, I have a blanket over it because the leather has flaked off so much that it sticks to the back of my thighs.
Oh, it's 2:35 a.m. there. Oh, well, go to bed. Good night.
Oh, wow. Good night, Dorothy. Thanks for coming.
Trying to figure out my main character's brother. He might be a main character. Haven't picked POV yet. Doesn't make for a fully fleshed out character. A gaming chair is good going. They have a high back with a headrest at the top.
I got this chair. I've had this chair for 4 or 5 years. I think it was at an Office Max. They had a sale. I remember it was originally like $375, and I got it for $150. So, and it's still doing good. It's just it doesn't look pretty anymore. But I don't care because y'all can't see it. You just see this little bit.
Jerry, you leaving us too?
Good night. Thanks for stopping by.
It is fun. Yeah, it's 8:35 here. You're glad you checked YouTube? So am I. I shared it on Twitter and Facebook, and I think the Facebook group, but
yeah, I shared it on Twitter and Facebook and a few Facebook groups as well. But, you know, sometimes people just don't, like the way all these algorithms works these days, it's really hard to make sure that people see stuff.
yes. And, you know, some people are popping up on YouTube that haven't popped up in forever. And then other times I'm like, I just saw a notification for so-and-so, but I can hit my subscriptions and then I don't see them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, really?
It's so annoying. Or, you know, you go through the trouble of ringing all those little notification bells, and then YouTube notifies you like an hour after the live stream starts. You're like, oh.
You're hanging a bit more? Okay, good. I think we should do this at least every other week during April's camp.
We could definitely do that. Because I'll be live streaming weekly anyway. So we could, if you want to, we could do like every other week and one here and one over on your channel.
That would be good. So that would be every week we'd be doing it, and we can help hold ourselves accountable, because if we're doing it together, we're more accountable than if we were just doing it by ourselves.
Yeah, that would be, I like it. I like it.
I like it.
I'm going to write it down. you know, I forgot. Yeah, I forget everything.
Well, you know, that's why, and my husband laughed at me. Oh, Sherry said she realized she was a sub to write stuff, but not the YouTube. So now you have a new subby, Tamara.
Thank you. I hope you like the stuff.
I have a calendar in front of this computer on the wall right here, and then there's a calendar back there, and then I have calendars that go portable. One in my purse, one that I do planning out of. I have calendars like everywhere. And Mr. Rockstar's like, baby, do you really need all those calendars? I'm like, yes, ADHD. ADHD.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I'm like
I take notes everywhere. I have these, and then I have my planner, which should be right here, but I think it's in my bedroom. And, you know, the whiteboard, and then above like the blank whiteboard, I have the calendar whiteboard where I put like the big dates, like I have to remember, like stuff like send newsletter out this day. You know, stuff like that.
I have a Snoopy planner.
Oh, it's cute.
I even got a little Snoopy magnet bookmark.
If y'all didn't know, Burgess loves her some Snoopy.
And Dr. Seuss. My daughter is dressing my son up as the Cat in the Hat for tomorrow's Dress as Your Favorite Dr. Seuss character.
Aww.
She made him a cat in a hat, red and white striped hat out of stuff and duct tape. And then did like paint on a black t-shirt and made a ribbon, a red bow tie out of a ribbon. She's like, Mom, I don't have any white gloves. I'm like, I don't know, unless you could make white gloves out of like a t-shirt or something. You know, I'm like, I don't have any white gloves. And I was thinking I have some cream colored gloves, but the one pair I have would probably be gigantic on him.
Yeah.
You know?
That's so cute though.
But I think he'll be cute enough without the little white gloves.
Yeah, folks will get it.
But I can't wait. I told her, I said, you got to take pictures.
Mm-hmm. And then you have to share.
That's right. I will be sharing pictures of Mr. Victor dressed up as the cat in the hat.
That's gonna be adorable.
And my friend Amy, this week has been the week for Happy Mail. I have been loving it because it's been so rough. My cousin's husband died yesterday morning
I'm so
of the
sorry.
same kind of cancer as my dad, and he's only 48. So this week, getting Happy Mail and some good news really has helped kind of balance out the horrible, I got this journal.
That is cute.
And it is actually a journal. It has part Cat in the Hat book and part blank pages. So this is going to be the Mr. Victor journal, where I put drawings and writing, journaling, and pictures of Victor and stuff in this one.
That's gonna be awesome when he's older.
She got it from, I'm pretty sure she got it from a thrift store because it's got some coloring in it. You can tell a little kid did, which is perfect for what I'm going to use it for. But Victor actually really likes Dr. Seuss.
That's awesome.
So
that's going to be one of the keepsakes that you'll keep forever.
Yeah, instead of having a bunch of stuff everywhere in different places about Victor, I thought, you know what, from now on, I mean, a couple of pictures here and there will go in my journal of him, but the majority of them are going to go in there, and he can look back on it, and I can show him stories now and help him learn how to read. And it'll be more interactive having a journal where I can get him to write a few things or draw a couple of things in it too, Get him reading and writing at an early age.
Mm-hmm. That's the way to do it. I think that, I don't know if it was my mom's intention, but it was how she raised me, like stories and writing and stuff when I was young. And for me, it really stuck. I think that she did the same with my brothers, but it didn't stick for them.
I made up stories and I read my kids' stories, and my daughter still remembers one of the stories I told her. And now Victor and I do the same thing. And every night he spends the night, I tell him about 15 minutes worth of the Prince Victor story. And then I read one chapter of Stuart Little.
Oh my gosh. When my second oldest nephew, when he was young, my mom would make up stories with him. But whenever I would come in the room, she'd always made me the bad guy. I was always like the monster or the pirate or just something terrible. And I hated it. I was like, why can't I play with you guys and have fun? Why do I have to be the mean one? And she's like, oh, Tamara, we're just playing. I'm like, I was also a grumpy teenager, so.
Yeah, he's fascinated right now at 5 with bad guys, because of cartoons and books and, and he's asking, what. I don't think it will let you put a link in the chat. You can put a link when she's finished and it goes up on YouTube. But I don't think it will let you post a link in the chat, Natalie.
No, it won't. It'll catch it like it's spam.
Yeah.
All right. So we're about 15 minutes till. So at 15 minutes till, let's write for 15 minutes.
Sounds good. We got 1 minute?
Yep.
So I can hush my mouth.
I need to charge my phone, so I'm just going to use the timer on the computer. So don't die out while we're writing.
I have a question.
What's that?
I need a secret society name. I need a name for a secret society. And yeah. I created a camp project and did this random cabin. Is there anything else needed to sign up? My kiddo loves Scooby-Doo and mysteries.
So if any of y'all in the chat has any ideas for a secret society name, please let her know, because I am really bad at naming stuff. So
I'm having a hard. I looked up, like, in Anne Rice's book, is the Talmasca is the good organization, kind of, but I need the opposite end of that. I need, like, the bad guy society, you know, like, I don't know, like, maybe, like, worse than the Illuminati, like the bad guy, secret society. And it's more for, like, mystical, magical, you know, like, what's her name has one, and it's called the Arcane. I'll think of her name in a minute, but I don't remember whether that's the good society or a bad society, but it's called the Arcane. That would be a good word, except that's already taken.
Yeah. All right, let's start. If you guys have any ideas, let us know.
They hire the hunters, and they go after anybody and everybody who's remotely supernatural at all, and they kill them. Kind of like the British men of letters.
All right. So let's write for 15 minutes, y'all, or journal, or whatever you're doing. 15 minutes starting right now. All right, time's up. 20 minutes. So I was writing on that next scene, and then I realized that I needed to look up information in order to write the next bit, which I hate that. But I really do, because if I go one way or another, it needs to make sense, and I don't know enough information to make it make sense, so I have to research it. So I found a couple articles, but I'm going to need more time to look into it deeper than what I just did. And I was writing down some stuff that I need to figure out for this scene and for more of the novel, because I am mostly pantsing this, which I probably should be plotting more since it is a mystery, but it's kind of interesting to do it this way. It's like I'm discovering the clues with her. It's kind of cool. What were you working on?
Trying to come up with main characters' names, only write plot points. That was Sherry. They had some ideas for some society names. Hunter's Macabre and Adam Nobby said, speaking of secret societies, the Found Glove. And crafted by Little Dragon said her powers flickering, so she was going. I was actually still working on something, but then I realized that there was one plot point I was sort of missing. So I went to go look at my plot board, but I realized that plot board's for the other novel. And I've got to go find the other storyboard. So still, but I have a pretty good idea. But I'm not quite sure. Macabre is a very good word. I don't know. I'm going to call the hunters hunters, but I don't know. I need something.
Well, hopefully those will get you thinking in the right direction that you want to take it.
You know, I think anytime you're trying to think of it, sometimes it slips. And then the idea, when you kind of just let it sit and simmer, the idea will eventually come to you. Hopefully, anyway.
Yeah, that's the hope. That's the dream. Delicious water. I need to figure out something to make for dinner. I was thinking about making a pot of some greens, some kale with some collards.
Ooh.
But I'm going to do that. The one large pot we have kind of sucks. Like, it wants to burn everything, regardless of how much water you put in it. It always wants to stick. So I was thinking about maybe putting it in the crock pot.
I cook a lot of meals in the crock pot.
I do too. The crock pot is like a little helper in the household, man.
Yeah, crock pot's my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Especially during NaNoWriMo events.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when I'm really busy, man, the crock pot's my best friend. I actually have I had a small one, but it broke. I need to get another little one. I have a medium one and then a bigger one. And I have actually had both going at the same time to cook different things, like to cook a couple of meals ahead of time. I love the crock pot.
We have about a medium one. So, but when we use it, so whatever is in there, it'll last us, because there's just the two of us, so it'll last us for 2 or 3 meals, you know. So that's always nice.
Usually it lasts us for 2 meals and then at least 1 lunch, sometimes 2 lunches for David. He takes leftovers to work a lot.
I think the last thing I made in the crock pot was spaghetti sauce, maybe. But now that we're not eating carbs, we've been eating like zucchini noodles and spaghetti squash and stuff like that. But I can still make the same kind of tomato sauce. I just have to watch what I use so it doesn't add up to too many carbs. Ugh, what a weird diet. But
my daughter loves cauliflower, like where you use cauliflower instead of potatoes to make mashed potatoes.
Yeah, those are good. He's lost like 18 pounds or something. Like, he didn't really need to lose that much weight anyway, so of course it fell off of him. And I've lost, I think, 8 pounds. And I'm just like, his stomach's all a lot smaller and stuff. And I'm just here.
Yeah. Well, I think too, men tend to, something about them, we can be eating the same thing, doing the same exercises, and I think men actually lose weight a little bit quicker than women do.
Yeah, I think it has something to do with their muscle mass. I think they have more muscle mass than females do, but I'm not positive because I haven't done any research on it. So let's see. Rita Sawyer, author, 151, but hubby was asking questions at the same time, and Jasmine read 70 pages. Excellent. At least everybody got something accomplished.
Yeah, I think this time I got 1 3/4 of a page written. I didn't write as much, but it's after 9 o'clock. I'm starting to get tired now.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, do I stay up? Do I actually make some coffee? A lighter, like a little coffee out of my espresso machine and get some more work done? Or do I go ahead and I have on jeans, switch into my pajamas, wash my face, brush my teeth, go to bed, and then get up in the morning and start all over and go ahead and do stuff early in the morning. And I'm debating.
Well, sleep is good. Sleep's good. I always suggest that everybody gets sleep if they can get it. Get it when the getting's good.
Yeah, I just have so much to do. There's so much I need to do.
I hear you. But maybe you would do it better if you were bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Yes. Yes, I suppose so. But I found that I used to when I first started getting back into the NaNoWriMo thing and the writing, I would stay up late and write. But then the next day I would go back and read my writing, and you could tell that last hour or two, when I started getting really sleepy, that I should have just went ahead and went to bed and saved my words for the
It's true. Sometimes staying, or at least for me too, sometimes staying up late, it'll really work. And then other times I'm like, none of this made a whole lot of sense. I should have just went ahead and went to sleep.
Sometimes I have my best ideas when I stay up a little longer and get stuff done. And then other times I'm like, what? I don't even know what that word is. That's not even a word.
What was I trying to say? I don't know. I'm over here. I was trying to find one of our old videos together so I could copy over your information into this description bar because I forgot to do that. Oh my goodness. Well, we've been streaming for about 2 hours.
Has it been that long already?
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, it has.
So maybe we should say our goodbyes, and then you could figure out if you're going to sleep or not.
I'm going to take a shower, and I guess it depends on how I feel when I get out of the shower.
Good deal. Showers are good.
I woke up late, so it's not that I'm tired because I'm tired because I got caught in humidity, then I got caught in the rain. Now I'm just feeling like really yucky.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah.
And I think a shower will make me feel better overall. And then we'll see, because I have a video to edit. I need to get onto the Camp NaNoWriMo website, log in, and get registered. And I guess go ahead and open up a cabin, if it will let me. And we'll get started with all of the camp stuff. And then even if I don't write anything more, or even if I don't edit any videos or do anything else, then at least I got a few things done, and then I can go to bed and feel good when I go to sleep.
Yeah. I generally speaking, I'll make myself a to-do list for the day, and like it'll have, I don't know, 10 or 12 things on that to-do list, but they're from an order of importance. So as long as I got like the first half done, I feel okay about my day.
Well, I got a fourth of it done.
That's still pretty decent.
But I made my to-do list not knowing that yesterday was going to be such a crappy day and finding out about my cousin's husband. They got married 1 month after me and David did.
Oh.
So it's really, with everything that's been going on, it's really, I think it's subconsciously, it's just got my brain going in overdrive because I feel so horrible for my cousin. And her daddy was my dad's younger brother, his very best friend. So my poor uncle has went through all of this, you know. He lost his brother, and now he's just lost his son-in-law. And they loved my cousin. That was her second marriage, and he was absolutely wonderful. Such a great guy. And cancer's just, man, every time I turn around, it's cancer, somebody, something. And I think I'm just emotionally, I feel a bit overwhelmed. It has nothing to do with my to-do list or anything else. I think it's just emotionally I feel a bit drained again.
Of course. You haven't had time to just recoup and heal. You haven't had the time. And it takes time.
It does. And when things like this happen, because this is that same side of the family, this was my dad's niece. It just, my poor family's been through so much,
Cancer is an asshole.
But right now I still feel like doing the things in my head, even if my body's going, hey, whereas a few months ago, everything was like, just, so at least now I'm feeling the difference though. Like right now it's my body going, hey, why don't you relax a little, go take a shower, maybe sit on the couch and do a few things that you can do with the laptop, do easy stuff like log into and the camp thing and get signed up and do a few easy things, to knock off that to-do list because you did some bigger things today. And you got some writing done, so you can feel good about that. You did a little bit of art, you can feel good about that, and then kind of relax. And maybe that's myself saying, hey, it's time for a little bit of self-care.
You should listen to your body. Sounds like your body's pretty smart.
Yeah, so I think a shower is a definite must, and then I will either do a few little things that can be done, or I'll crash and go to sleep, and it'll be one or the other. But I know I'm not going to do anything big tonight. No matter what else is due, I'll start that in the morning.
I have a few.
Good to be writing.
Writing is awesome when you can finally do it. At least that's my opinion.
Yes, emotionally, it feels like, whew, when you get the words out on the paper, even if it's just a summary, even if it's just some plotting, even if it's just a character arc, whatever it is that you're doing, if you can get some stuff done with your writing and your books, it's like, I
did it. I'm moving forward. I've been feeling like I've been treading water. I'm ready to move forward. Tonight, I am going to move forward with Blood Roses and figure out what the hell happened there and get that moving forward towards going to my beta readers because I'm sure y'all are so tired of me being like, hey, I'm going to send this out to you. Oh, wait. No, I'm not. Sorry.
Honestly, you really, I think all of us, not you, specifically you, but all of us, right before we get ready to send something like to a beta reader, or we send somebody for something to kind of eye over, review, or whatever. I do it with videos, I do it with my writing, I do it with my art. You second guess yourself. And you're going, well, maybe it's not ready. And that's that perfectionism. And with some things, we need to get it as close as we can to as good as we can. And then that's what people like beta readers are for. And then you have some time away from it while your beta readers are reading to refresh and recoup so that you can go back at it again with a clear mind.
That was the plan, but it can't go out the way it is now. It's it's impossible. It doesn't make sense. So, but that's okay. Yeah. So I'm going to work on that.
Well, maybe when you've had a little bit of time away from that external hard drive, you can look back at it. Maybe it's in there and you just didn't see it.
I hope so. My God.
The forest for the trees kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through it again, and I have two different ones. I haven't looked at the other one, which is actually in here. I will search for it, not at this very moment, Tamara, but but once we're done. So I have the blue one that's bigger and it's newer, and that was the one I was using. But maybe I accidentally put on the black one. Who knows? It'd be really great if that's what happened. And I have some cool ideas for videos for next week. And I have a video that I recorded, but because it was raining so bad last weekend, all you can hear is the rain. It sounds like the sound is so bad. So bad. So I'm going to have to re-record that. And it's a cute video. I liked it, but got to redo it. Oh,
you can do a voiceover?
No, because it was just me talking.
Oh.
So yeah, the math magician was like, "Can you do a voiceover?" And I was like, I'm not good enough to be able to like move my mouth with my mouth. It's just not gonna happen. I am not a voice actor. I don't have that. I don't have that skill. But I did a video over on Lily Mead's channel where I talked about writing a black character as the main character of my cozy and what I learned from it. So that went up this week. If anyone's looking for videos from me. So that happened. And then hopefully this weekend a video will come up, and then I have some ideas for videos for next week, which should be a lot of fun. And
I look forward to, and this is so every year, the Right Stuff, Project Right Stuff videos.
They're so much fun for me too. I love doing those.
I hate to admit it, but sometimes during other NaNoWriMo events, I actually watch some of those videos to help get me like motivated. I actually rewatch some of them to help get me motivated to write.
That's awesome. Yay. That's exactly what I want. Yay.
David laughed at me. I think it was actually a few weeks ago, because I was trying to get back into writing, and I was just doing it like with the journal, the one for writing. And I had one of your videos on, and he's like, "Is it NaNoWriMo?" He said, "It's not November." And I said, "Yeah, but her words are right. She's right. I wanted to, I said, she makes me feel better. I said, the advice is good. I said, and it motivates me to get off my butt and get back in the chair and to start writing again." He said, "Well, baby, you do that. Watch her all you want to."
Aww, my heart. I'm so glad it helped.
But see, that's the thing. I sometimes people say that to me about different videos, and I think that's the thing, is that we have to find things that help motivate us, that help us stay inspired to be creative. And I know I'm guilty of sometimes watching the videos and just clicking the like button and not really commenting, because I get so into the video, and the video making me feel like, okay, I want to write, or I want to do, or I want to knock this character arc out, that I forget about commenting.
Comments are like, I don't know, like frosting.
Yeah.
Like, it's awesome when people comment, but it really feels good when I see that people have watched things and that they're like watching to the end or close to the end. It's those videos where I can see that they've clicked off real fast that I'm like, oh damn, I messed that up.
I don't believe it or not, I don't pay any attention. I have never looked at that algorithm.
I have.
I probably ought to. I don't even know how to, but I probably ought to. But I've never even looked at that. I just kind of.
It's interesting.
I guess I should.
I have some ideas and stuff. We can talk about this stuff later.
Yes. Well, I'm gonna go jump in the shower, and I'm gonna take my little typewriter bookmark, and I'm gonna put it right down in here. And maybe on my flat screen through YouTube, I'll watch your interview with Lily Mead.
I'll put that in the description too. So if anyone wants to watch it, they can. That was really fun. That was a fun one to do. I did some different editing that I do on my own channel. So I figure if I'm gonna upload something to somebody else's channel, then I want it to be like better than what I do for myself. If that makes sense. I want to put that best foot forward.
Yeah.
I think that's important.
Bye, Jasmine.
But yeah, y'all. So thank you so much for joining us and chatting with us and writing with us. Because, you know,
if you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments down below or message one of us. We'll be glad to get back with you.
Of course. And if there is a video that you would like me to do, let me know and I will do it. So I'm adding this video on Lily Mead's channel to the description. And I've also added Burgess's contacts or her YouTube channel and whatever else I had from the other video. So that's in the description. Check her out if you haven't. Subscribe. Thank you again for coming and hanging out with me, Burgess. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome. If you, I can actually message you my stuff if you want.
In there, I have your YouTube and your blog. If there's anything else you want me to add, let me know.
It's everything is Journey with Burgess, except for Twitter, and that's Journey W Burgess. I think YouTube is Burgess Taylor. It has the / Burgess Taylor. Is that? But I think everything else is Journey with Burgess. I tried to make it pretty simple, but you know, Twitter only allows you so much. Unfortunately, you know.
I hear you. All right, everyone. So y'all have a wonderful Thursday, and we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye, y'all.